1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Fuck. I might have screwed that up. This is me at the end of, if not one of the weirdest extreme demons in the game. Team N2's classic A Bizarre Phantasm. And you'll have to watch the rest of the video to find out what ended up happening here. But let's get into it. Huh? Why did it hit it on the top and not on the bottom? You're seeing this death, right? Look at the hitboxes of the top and bottom duel. Oh, wait, I see it. Yup. Why are the spikes higher up on the top? Literally, why?
The most devious secret you share with a sibling. Ever since me and my sister Jane were kids, our family would often take us
Oh
to news
god.
resorts, and this weekend was no
I
exception.
think I know where this is going.
The problem was, the back seat barely had room for me to sit, let alone my sister. The only solution was for me to take the back seat and for Jane to sit on my lap. And of course, we didn't bother putting on clothes. We were off,
Huh?
with my parents fully clothed and fastened in the front, while my completely nude sister sat on my lap in the back. The awkward arrangement of bike tires and cooler in the back, and the seatbelt strap over her waist forced my arm to rest in a way that my hand fell on the middle of Jane's upper thigh. Still, the whole scenario seemed completely normal to Jane and me, and we just chatted away as normal. About 15 minutes into the drive, as we began to drive on the bumpy country roads, I felt something unusual. A rush of sticky moisture saturated my lap. It took me a few minutes to realize what happened, and I think Jane realized too. We were dead silent. She shifted her weight on her lap awkwardly to make her spill less obvious. A minute later, I felt even more moisture, now on a different part of my lap, so it was even more obvious. I kept my composure on the outside, but in my head, I couldn't believe what was happening. It was spilling more, and it was all over my lap. She shifted her weight again, and that again made it even worse.
What is this?
But I had goosebumps from the cold air conditioning in the car. There was no question Jane was leaking all over my lap. She moved one more time, and I tried as well, but we were so snug back there to accomplish nothing. I knew she was accidentally leaking, but now I was doing everything I could to stop myself from getting excited. I shifted to sit more upright, but my hands were trapped on her lap into her side. The more I thought about the scenario, the more difficult it became. She shifted one more time, and sure enough, I could feel the blood rushing down there. I tried to slump back in the seat, but there was no stopping it. Luckily, my dad was listening to the radio and focused on the road, and my mom was asleep. Jane and I remained dead silent. Then it happened. Jane uncomfortably shifted her weight on my lap once again, and I'd only tried to sit upright again. As soon as Jane felt that she perked up and did her best to lift her weight off my lap until there was no way either of us could ignore it. I could tell she was doing her best to lift herself higher off me, but we were so crammed there was nowhere to go. She continued leaking on me, looking straight ahead. It felt like an eternity. I had my eye on the car clock and figured we were probably only about 5 minutes from our cabin, so thankfully the end was in sight. But the more I thought about the situation, the more my mind wandered, and I know Jane felt the same because she was only getting more and more moist. But then, to my surprise, she did something shocking. She moved one hand off her knee and placed it on top of mine, placed her other hand under my leg, and twisted her head sideways to catch me in the corner of her eye. She smirked, and then she pushed down on me firmly. My jaw dropped, and I could not believe what was happening. But at the same time, I'd never felt anything so amazing. She looked straight ahead again, lifted herself slightly off me, then pushed down firmly again. I could not believe it. In my freshman year at college, I had my share of love and knew how everything worked and felt, but I'd never felt anything as surreal as that moment. Jane pushed down again, and again, slowly, discreetly, but very methodically. Even more crazy was that our parents were in the car right in front of us, completely clueless. After about 5 or 6 thrusts down, I knew I was going to finish at any moment. She knew that as well, and was getting excited by it.
Oh my god, bro. What is this?
She pulled herself a little too far up, and my God slipped out of her. After about 20 seconds of awkward confusion, Jane clenched my hand tight and used her other hand to tuck me back up into her. I could not believe it. This was no longer just an accident. Jane wanted my companionship, and that was all it.
Yeah, I'm done watching that, bro. Literally, what? Reads out eyes?
Look at the third comment.
No, I will not be going anywhere near that thing ever again. Oh, I hate that slope so much.
Good boy.
Far. No! Oh, I almost passed Korea Core. 47. Far. Never mind. Okay, literally what with that death?
Chat cinnamon rolls or cinnamon.
Ah, I died of Korea Core.
You know that's from Lethal Company, but is Lethal Company good?
Ah, I accidentally did an extra click and I survived anyway, but then blah, 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 47.
Armors and weapons and like
No, literal. Wow, look at this death, bro. Look at this death.
This is gonna be interesting.
Far. Why did it not click? Yep. I haven't died yet, but there's no way to survive from here. Look at this. Look at where I am. Yeah, I'm not surviving all that. No! Oh, I didn't click at the top with the ball. 73, I died at the duel. Why do I keep dying to Woogie's wave, bro? Oh my god.
What?
1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Fuck. I might have screwed that up.
Uh-oh. Neighbor.
1, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 2, 13. Yes! I beat ABP.
I don't think you screwed it up.
Oh my god. Although I didn't really talk about it much while I was playing it, I do really like this level. I was expecting for it to be a little worse, mainly because of the duel, but in all honesty, the duel does get pretty damn consistent, even though it's a little annoying at first. Overall, I'd say the level is very fun, and is overall one of the best looking levels for its time. I really like this one. I would definitely recommend it. In terms of difficulty, I'd put this in my spreadsheet one spot below Bloodbath, and I think that fits pretty well. Overall, I'd recommend you give this level a try if you're good enough to beat Bloodbath. Cheers!